This chapter is the backbone of Rust: variables, functions, loops, and conditionals. Whether you're new to coding or a pro, these tools are your power moves. Let's master the Rust basics in 5 minutes. In Rust, variables are immutable by default. That means once you assign them, they stay that way, unless you explicitly make them mutable with mut. It makes your intentions clear and your code safer. Rust makes you declare types where it matters. It helps catch bugs early, and then there's shadowing, where you can redeclare a variable with the same name but a new value. It's like upgrading.
Now, let's build something real. Here's our first project. Step, we're going to define a task, so struct task, and inside we're going to put a title, call it string, priority, going to give it u8, and done is a Boolean value. From there, we're going to write a function to print it. So let's go function print task, and task. We're going to print the line here, priority, task.title, task.priority. So that'll give us that. And then let's call our function main here and say let my task equal the task with the title of string from finish Rust video, priority 1, and done is false. Then we're going to print the task with my task. And if this all works, we should now have a function that has used our structure called task, and we've created a task. So moving forward, what we're going to be doing with this is we're going to be creating a terminal-based task manager. That's right, we're going to be creating a task manager in Rust. So let's try and get our output. Let's do cargo run main here. And as you can see, we have finished Rust video, priority 1, and done is false. Moving on, we're going to be adding functions and conditionals. Okay, let's continue. Now we're going to create a function called greet. Can't type today. So in this function, we're going to have a conditional here that checks for our name called Rust. If it is, we're going to print a line here saying welcome to Rust. Otherwise, and we want to make sure that is there actually. Otherwise, we're just going to print another line just saying hello to the person and name. And to run this, we're going to do the same thing here, but we're going to do greet, and then we're going to give it a name. So let's do Rust first. So as you can see, we've done Rust first, and we cargo run main, and you can see we have welcome to Rust. Now let's change our logic to be Mike. And as you can see, when I run it, we get hello Mike. So that is conditionals. Moving forward, we're going to be doing loops. And finally, we're going to be talking about loops. Loops give your programs motion. So we're going to start a loop here. I'll call it print line running. This will tell us that the loop is running. And then we're going to break. So that'll only go through once. Next, we have a while loop, which we're going to say let mutable x is equal to 0. If you remember, when you put mutable in front of it, now your value can be changed. So now we have a while loop, and all we're going to do is we're going to send down x to be a value. Where did my... That's crazy. Okay. And then we're just going to increment this value. Lastly, we have for loops. And for loops don't need a mutable value because they have what we call an iterator. And here we've created an iterator from 1 to 5. And we're going to include this. Now, do you think the number is inclusive of 5, or do you think it goes from 1 to 4? Leave it in the comments down below before I give you the answer. All right, let's see. Were you right? That's right. It is not including 5. As you can see here, we have running one loop. We went through the while loop. We went from 0 to 4. And in our for loop, we did 1 through 4.
Well, let's take a break. Today, you learned the building blocks of every Rust program. Every CLI tool, game, or system starts here. You now have the power to express logic with clarity. Subscribe, because next week, we unlock Rust's most unique feature, ownership.